Hey friends, before we begin, quick invitation. I'm opening the circle to the Track Your Life Masterclass on March 26th. 5 weeks of live apprenticeship with me, tracking the wildest terrain there is, your inner landscape. If you've been listening and feeling called to go deeper, this is your moment. We're lighting the fire again, and I hope you'll join me. Link to register in the show notes or on my website. Welcome to the Track Your Life podcast. My name is Boyd Varty, and this show is an invitation to journey with me as a story hunter, following the call of the wild. This series follows a wild expedition into the vast and untamed Namibian desert to track Africa's most elusive and rare animals. Tracking is an art that lives in all of us, and it's my hope that these stories will bring light to the tracks of your own adventure and awaken your own elusive wild one. Episode 8, Reflections. It's been a month since returning from Namibia, and I want to share a reflection that arose for me after the trip. We don't always find what we're looking for. That's a fact of life and tracking. And it's not fair to say that outcomes don't matter, because they do. Mostly because on an expedition, a track, or in life, it's fun to see what you can find. This year, we did not find the lions, and there were learnings from that. The trip was still incredible on so many levels. We loved the process for sure, but I felt the lack of lions in some way. My biggest takeaway was that we didn't spend enough time making sure that we set up the right conditions for success. You can't really control outcomes, but you can work on the conditions. My own preparation for the trip was cavalier. I figured we would make it up as we went along, which we did, quite magically. But in hindsight, we needed more groundwork and local knowledge. We needed to have plotted the route and been more thorough about what areas to work in, especially because Namibia is so big. I don't really consider this a failing, but rather a learning about how I would like to operate in the future. In my life, I guess, creating the right conditions has become a profound theme. Am I creating the right conditions to be healthy? Am I creating the right conditions for my marriage to flourish? Am I creating the right conditions for my son to be all he could be? I think in this, there is an acknowledgement that I am really not in control of much. I really don't know where ultimately anything might land. You can do everything right and fall off your horse, and you can catch a lucky break against the flow. At the end of the day, whichever way it goes, I want to know when I look in the mirror at night that I did all I could to show up and make the right conditions. And I guess that's why more and more my life lands in practice. It's a practice because I fall short some days, and it's a practice because some days I'm on my game. There's a lot of different ways to play the game of life. I've chosen to live inside of my own mythology, find and follow my own path. I hope you'll find and follow your own path. And I hope that you will ask yourself if you are doing the daily work of creating the right conditions around you for your fullest expression. I'm grateful that we've been on this journey together. I'm grateful that we get to wake up together. All my love.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Track Your Life podcast with Boyd. To begin your own story hunting journey, sign up to the online course on Boyd's website, or just find him on Instagram, X, or your favorite podcast player. Please rate and review this podcast so that more people can find and enjoy it.